There is a fundamental misunderstanding about what it means to be kosher. My name is Gloria of KosherByGloria.com. I'm a cook who happens to keep kosher. I'd like to believe that I make food so delicious, it's sinful. When you keep kosher, you can't break the rules, but you can find a way to make the rules taste better. I've taken several cooking classes over the years. I took a knife skills class, I took a cake decorating class, a vegetarian cooking class, over the last, I guess, 20 or 30 years. But most of my learning has come through sitting with Julia Child's Mastering the Art of French Cooking, or Jacques Pepin's La Technique, and just studying their style and the way they do things and learning through practice. I don't like to do anything in a precise way. I always like doing things my own way. It's just, I suppose, my oppositional, possibly, personality. So it's good to start following a recipe the way it's given, and then slowly but surely you add your own touch to it, and that makes it yours. I don't see recipes as codes of law, not like the rules of kosher. They are there as a springboard for you to bring your own personality to. My family has always done stuffing differently. Let's start by cutting and chopping an onion, celery, and peppers, whose core and seeds have been removed. Then we place them all in a bowl. Add oil to the skillet and heat over medium flame. And then I'm going to add all these vegetables. I've got chopped up peppers and celery and onions, and I only use red, yellow, and orange peppers because none of our family really likes green. So you can use green if you like them, but we don't. This recipe came to us from someone who used to work for my mother-in-law's family, my husband's family, a lady from the South who made the most amazing cornbread stuffing, and she taught me how to make it. So I don't actually know if she made her own cornbread or not. I do. And this year I added some roasted corn. I just took some frozen corn kernels and heated them up a little bit in some oil and roasted them before I added them to the cornbread batter. The recipe for that is on KosherByGloria.com. I let it sit out, I cut it up, and I let it sit out on top of the stove for a day. I cut it up in chunks and let it sit on top of the stove so it can sort of dry out before I froze it for later use, which is actually now. Next, we season our vegetables. I season with Bell seasoning, which I've been using for years. It's a blend of, and I'm reading now, rosemary, oregano, sage, ginger, marjoram, thyme, and pepper. It's got no salt, it's got no MSG. So I'm going to season these vegetables with the Bell seasoning. Stir it around. You can, if you were here, you could smell as the heat hits the vegetables and the Bell seasoning. It really smells amazing. Starts to smell like Thanksgiving. Okay, stir, stir, stir. All right, when it's sort of mixed up and all stirred, I'm now going to add the cornbread. So it's sort of chunked up. What the lady who taught me how to do this kept emphasizing was that this is a peasant food. This was just eaten not for fancy. So everything, the vegetables are cut up chunky and the cornbread is chunky. Nothing is an exact science, and that's sort of the part of the beauty of it. That it's very, very simple. You could buy your own cornbread, but I like making my own. So there it is. We stir it all up. And with anything that we're cooking, we have to taste it. So I'm going to try to grab a piece that's probably not too hot yet. Okay. Gonna add more. I usually add about a box, but everybody can season it according to their own taste.